So this one is page 73, which is Utkatasana chair pose, or it's also known as fierce pose. So once again, we have this variation between knees together, feet together, or we have feet apart. So something I didn't mention earlier, but I think it's more relevant in this particular position, is females' pelvis structures, so our thighs tend to join under the hips, so they come into the pelvis under the hips. For men, the pelvis, the hip sockets tend to be on the side of there. So this is not for all men, but be mindful when you say to men, get your knees together and your feet together. For some men, they physically cannot do that because of the shape of the pelvis, the bones and the thighs. So be mindful when you're trying to walk up to a male trying to ram his knees in together, because some people cannot do that. So again, that choice is feet, knees hip width or there. And get your class to experiment, because that, if they can do that, is different to that. So we tend to have a play with the two in the class. So I'm going to stand to the side of this one. So if you think of sitting on a chair, because it's called chair pose, I'm going to be a little bit relaxed with how I do the first one because I'm explaining. So what we want to do is send our bum back and down. Okay, so we're not sending the chest down, we want the bum to go back and down. So I like to use the arms up in that position because it's a bit of counterbalance for you. So I'll normally say to someone, so take a breath in, and as you exhale, we're going to start to send the bum back and down. Okay. If you can, we want the knees to stay above the ankle in that little region. So what we're trying to do is not do that. Okay, so all the weight is coming out of my heels. So one way to try and stop people from sinking too far forward is to get them to lift their toes. Because that means there's only so far they can go, and the minute they need to put their toes down, it tells them they're going too far. So we need to send the bum back and down. So we breathe in, and then we exhale down. The neck, some teachers will teach neck up. Again, it's that whole neck issue for me. I like to keep that neck long, so I'm looking over there. Your arms can be there. You can have prayer hands again. You can have the hands on the hips. And then what you want to be watching in people is the lower back. So you're going to get a variety of that. So check people's bellies, because you are sticking your bum out. If the core is relaxed, his belly is going to hang out. So it's not necessarily that they're fat or anything. It's that the intestines and everything's coming out. So the other one you're going to get is this. So what you want to cue is send the tailbone out slightly, lift the chest and the head up and back, slide the shoulders down the back. Now for some people they might be able to go lower, and for some people they might need to stay there. But I'll say to people, put your hands on your hips. Now stick your bum out as far as you can. So they go that way, and now tuck it under as far as you can, tuck it that way, and now find the middle point. And it's usually, if you're in that position, it's usually just as you feel your abdominals kick in is normally where you want to be. But this part of the back is where you want to be watching, because we don't want people coming into their lower spines. We want to have that nice and under control. So again, you can have it there. You can go into rotations, revolving. So I'll come to you since I've got that. So the elbow, left elbow towards the right knee, and then rotate around. You can see my knees move slightly there, so what we're trying to do is keep it completely still. Now I've got long levers, so I can get my elbow there. For some people, boobs, bellies means I'll never get the arms there. They might have shorter arms, so they could just do a rotation there, or take the hand down and rotate that way. And then come back to the center, take the hand down, hand on the hip, and rotate that way. So that is your chair pose, your fierce pose. Same with the legs together. And then the last one, which is again coming to a little bit more of a balance, but a challenge, is the single leg. I'll do the other leg because that's my better one. So coming into your single leg. Okay? So that is your chair pose.